Well, we begin in Nigeria, where the country's president says one of the last strongholds of Boko Haram has been crushed. President Muhammadu Buhari says his army defeated Boko Haram in the Sambisa Forest. However, our correspondent there says these claims have not yet been verified and that people are not able to safely go into the area. Now, the Sambisa Forest lies in northwest Nigeria on the border with Cameroon. It's significant because it allows the fighters to cross over the border into surrounding countries, including Chad and Niger. Our correspondent Fidelis Mba joins me now in the studio for some discussion on this. First of all, the Nigerian military and President Buhari have claimed this as a major victory, but some people still remain unconvinced that they have managed to eject Boko Haram from the Sambisa Forest. Where do you stand?
Well, first of all, if they've done that, that is if that has happened, congratulations to the Nigerian military. But I have my doubts because I just got back from Maiduguri, which is like the stronghold where Boko Haram started in Borno State. And it's so difficult for even anyone, even the military. They can't leave Maiduguri city to go to any other place without a long convoy of vehicles, as much as 100, 200 vehicles, because of the threat of Boko Haram. Sambisa Forest that we're talking about is not just a small, area. It's bigger than Belgium as a country.
1,300 square kilometers.
So it's that big. So it's not somewhere, it's even where if you send the entire Nigerian military to more like secure, it will take them a very long time. But then Nigerian military has issues with Niger Delta militants in the south who are attacking oil pipelines, and then there's been violence across Nigeria. So they've been deployed. Some of them are outside the country for, to secure some other on mission to secure countries that are going through crisis. So when you're talking about them taking over just overnight, this is less than 48 hours after the Nigerian military issued a press statement warning people who were resident in the 3 major states bordering the Sambisa Forest to mind their movement because Boko Haram will likely strike any moment. So it's really kind of, I see this more like a propaganda because we've had this in the past. We've had cases where the military have come out to say they've killed the leader of the Boko Haram several times, that they've taken over the Sambisa Forest several times. This might just be one of those, because this is like a Christmas gift.
To what end, though? A Christmas gift that has to be taken back if it's not true?
Well, the thing is, the Nigerian military and even the president have been under immense pressure. The president campaigned on the back of defeating Boko Haram within 6 months of, winning the presidency. He won, and he gave a deadline of December 2015 that Boko Haram would be history. That was why I went back there a few weeks ago to find out what has changed. Nothing has changed. The same thing is just that Boko Haram keep changing tactics. It's not, these are guerrilla fighters. These are not conventional fighters that you just come out, take on them, shoot, maybe arrest people. These are people that have infiltrated the society. They've also, more like, Sambisa is so difficult, it's so difficult a terrain because it's mountainous. It's not where you just go in and say, okay, you're going to secure people, which is why the girls, the school girls from Chibok who were captured in April 2014, some of them are still being held by the Boko Haram and are believed to be held in Sambisa Forest. It's been difficult to rescue them because that is not an easy terrain where you just go in and be able to maybe say you've just dislodged the Boko Haram. Yes, you might push them off to another location, but saying you've taken control over Sambisa Forest, well, I have my doubts.
Yeah, okay, there is some incredulity to it. But still, if there has been this military success, to whatever extent, where do you think that leaves the greater battle against Boko Haram, not just in Nigeria, but in the region in itself?
Well, if that's, the information by the president turns out to be true, it means that, the Boko Haram is going to change tactics because over time we've had this where if they get dislodged, because, they will change tactics. Before now, they started with drive-by shootings. They started with targeting, using throwing bombs in market. After a while, they retreated to the Sambisa Forest, and then once in a while they will launch attacks. When the military launched air raids on the Sambisa Forest, they now decided, their fighters decided to come in, infiltrate, all the towns, and then started using children as bombers. They strap them with explosives, and they go to public places and explode and kill people. So if for any reason the military concentrates only on the Sambisa Forest now to dislodge them, you still have them, which is why they had to issue this statement about less than 48 hours ago, warning people that they should avoid public places. So this is not just peculiar to Nigeria.
Right.
Cameroon is experiencing it, Chad is experiencing it, and also Niger.
Okay, Fidelis, we're going to leave it there for now. Thanks so much for sharing that insight with us.